Hermetic Arcanum by Jean d'Espagnier. This is a new book by a new publisher. Folks, it's not every day that we get new publishers that produce great work, and I am delighted to tell you that this is such an occasion. I spotted this on Watkins Books website a couple of days ago, and I was very intrigued. I'd never heard of this new publisher called Aula Lucis. And I thought to myself, that's an interesting name. So Aula Lucis literally means House of Light. And it's the name of an alchemical pamphlet from the 17th century by Thomas Vaughan. Thomas Vaughan, who was one of the greatest alchemists of his time. And so it seems like alchemy and Hermeticism are a big focus for this new company. And my goodness, I was thinking to myself, I wonder if they're going to, just do some cash in like so many companies do, or if they're actually going to put an effort in. And oh my goodness, I am delighted to tell you that it is very much the latter. When I saw the price of £39, I was all the more worried. I thought maybe they're going to do something rushed, something of poor quality, but I am completely sold, folks. I am absolutely amazed at the quality here. Now, there is one thing, you've probably seen it already, you've probably noticed it. The paper is thin and it's a little see-through. However, the paper is of great quality. It is smooth as cream and it's a lovely color. So from that perspective, I'm quite happy. And to be honest with you, having the paper being a little thinner has no doubt kept the price down. And making this very small cut has allowed them to produce something close to perfect. Look at this. They've reproduced the drop cap, the ornamented drop capital for many of the chapters. And you can see you've got this lovely two-tone. I'm such a fan of this two-tone look. And they've basically brought an out-of-print, hermetic, alchemical, important work back into print. And when I see things like this, it just makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. I feel like, here is once again proof that that people still get it. Some people still get it, and clearly Aula Lucis still get it. Look how beautiful all of this is. They could have just put out a cheap facsimile, just photographed all the papers and put it on high gloss paper, but no, they have made for us a real object in its own right. So the cover is faux leather. It's not actually real leather. So once again, this keeps the price down, but it also makes the book lovely. Look at that texture right there. Absolutely wonderful. And no, this isn't some cheap faux leather. You can see how carefully this has been prepared, and you can see that the interesting color of it, right? If I put my hand next to it, it's likely to give you quite an accurate idea of the color of the book. When I take my hand away, the colors go all crazy, right? But when I put my hand in, my camera kind of calibrates for my pasty skin, and that's actually an accurate color. Now, in terms of the size of the book, it's just somewhere in between the small black letter press books and a regular sized book. If I've actually got a couple over here, we've got Agrippa's first book of occult philosophy and my own hidden paths over here, just for a comparison of size so you can see the difference. So yes, a little bit bigger than the standard black letter press books. And yes, it is absolutely Smith sewn. We've got those lovely head and tail bands. We've got this lovely crimson ribbon, and it's just an absolute joy through and through. Now, I know that I'm going to get a million comments down below saying, hey, you didn't talk about the contents. Well, it's an alchemical book. So, I've had this book for all of 24 hours. And in 24 years, I wouldn't be able to fully get into what is inside here. That's the whole point of these alchemical texts, isn't it? They are truly occult works. But what I will say is that I really appreciated the introduction by Thomas Willard and the preface by the owners of the company, who remain anonymous, actually. I don't know who actually is in charge. I've been speaking to one of their spokespersons, but that spokesperson is not in charge of the company, is not making any of the decisions on what gets published and how it gets published and so on and so forth. AL, right, is all we really know, I suppose. But from the perspective of what the company have produced here, I am 100% impressed. And I think that anyone picking this one up is going to be similarly impressed. And I know for a fact that I'll be following Aula Lucis very closely. Let's say I'm just grateful whenever I see something being done right, and this has absolutely been done right. To the point, in fact, that I've suggested, in fact, to the person that I've been speaking to, the spokesperson that I've been speaking to, that if they would like to send me a copy of their first book, Astral Conversations, then I'll happily look through it and review it. This is really lovely. Hopefully, also, flicking through it here, it'll have given you just an idea of what the main text is like. And if I just flit back to a page from the introduction, this will give you a little idea over here as well, and a little look at the publisher's foreword, right? Oh, guys, I need to show you this. Hermetic Arcanum by Jean d'Espagnier is the first volume in the Mysterium Hermeticum series. So this really makes me quite excited, This is the 400th anniversary edition of this treatise, first published in Paris in 1623 by Nicolas Buon as Arcanum Hermeticae Philosophiae Opus. This edition, published in 2023, is the second imprint of Aula Lucis, so the first one being Astral Conversations, right, which I was telling you about. There we go. Why I'm doing an actual review here is not so much for the contents, as I was saying. You will know whether you're interested in classical alchemical texts or not. If you're not interested in classical alchemical texts, then obviously this isn't for you. And if you are, then you don't need me to tell you what this is about. You know already what classical alchemical texts are like. But I did want to show you what the quality is like, because when a new publisher comes out, it's impossible to know without actually having had it in your hands what the quality is like. And this is kind of the reason why I started this channel in the first place, was to be able to give people an idea of the quality of these books without them actually having them in their hands, because we buy so many of our books online nowadays and directly from the publisher. And I know for a fact that in the UK at the moment, so you can buy it directly from the publisher, of course, who will ship abroad, who will ship internationally. You can also pick it up if you are going to be anywhere near Courtyard Books or Atlantis Books or Watkins Books. And in the US, I'm pretty sure that Miskatonic Books are going to have a copy of their own. But of course, if you can support the publisher directly by buying from the link that I've left below, then please do so. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed the review. As I say, more a review of the quality of the binding, and the amazing work that Aula Lucis have done. And just excellent news for fans of alchemy and hermetic work. There we are. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy the review, and I will see you very soon with another video. Take care of yourselves. See you. Bye-bye.